This is Chris Og, and you're welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to talk about the late Sammy Okposo. At first, I really do not want to talk about it, but I've read so very many things. I've seen so very many clips, videos of various kinds saying different things in association with the death of Sammy Okposo. I want to let you know that the best people to give you best information with regard to a particular issue are the people that are very close to the issue, that are connected directly with the issue. Not people that are living 1,000 kilometers or 10,000 kilometers away from the scene of incident, who does not have a clue or who is not connected or interconnected with the situation. It's only the family or people that sleeps in the same house with this man that can give you the exact information, exact pieces of information with regard to what has happened to this very man. May God rest his soul. A lot of people said he slumped in the bathroom, he hit his head against the wall, and that was it. A lot of people said he had an argument with some people, they were fighting, those all sorts of stories. I want to believe that people circulating these pieces of information are looking for the platform to gain more audience to themselves. But then it's quite misleading. It is misleading. I want you to understand that this is really misleading. Now, according to the findings that we have gathered so far, we gathered that Sammy Okposo died in his sleep. What that means is that the person was still active up until the time he or she went to bed. Or let's be very direct and specific now. Up until the time he went to bed. Died in his sleep and couldn't wake up the following morning. It's different from when somebody was bathing having a bath and slump, he hit the head against the wall, and that's it. So there are broad differences between the two. Okay, so in the case of Sammy Okposo, may God rest his soul, he slept and died in his sleep. Couldn't wake up the following morning. This has been gathered directly from the family who have announced it. Okay, so every other pieces of information or rumor or news that you might have read that is contrary to this one is false. Now, a lot of things could be associated with somebody sleeping in a dream and dying. Somebody sleeping and dying in a sleep. A lot of things could be associated with it. Don't forget that we have different kinds of organs in our body, and the one that is responsible for life is the heart. Our heart is so important that we need to take care of. So very many of us, I can't remember when last we went to have our BP checked. So very many of us, we've not even done it at all. So very many of us, we have a lot of issues bothering us, ranging from the children's school fees, to house rent, to losing job, to lack of employment, to lack of funds, to lack of money, business collapse, different kinds of things, marital issues. Not every one of us can harbor this. Not every one of us has a strong heart to harbor issues like this. Some of us, at the slightest issue like this, it will tell on their BP. A lot of people have a very raised BP, high BP. They don't know because they don't do regular checks. A lot of people have a very low BP. They don't know because they don't carry out a regular check. So it is quite important you put into account this. Now, don't forget that of recent, Sammy Okposo was in connection with some sort of a sex scandal. Whether true or not true, we leave that angle for now. Okay? And Sammy Okposo very well, who is a gospel artist that has been to different places far and wide and sang in different occasions and ministries and churches and places. And it's expected that as a gospel artist, you need to possess that characteristics of holiness, according to how we present-day Christians might put it. According to how some hypocritical Christians will put it. The Bible has said that for all have sinned and I'm falling short So what that means is that nobody is perfect. The sex scandal came to light, and the news was everywhere, blah, 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 and all of that. That was the beginning of the issue Sammy Okposo had that time. And I want to believe that a lot of issues, a lot of things, a lot of shames, a lot of inability to present oneself in the public thereafter became difficult for him. And that issue had really, really affected him so very much, affected his heart. That's my belief. That's my submission on what has happened to him. You could recall that within a short period of time, this happened. The incident, the incident happened. He died. Okay? So, not every one of us, but instead of the people out there in the Christian world, in the gospel industry, to gather rally around this man and let him realize that he is not alone in this particular issue. A lot of them keep throwing stone at him. Oh, he's a devil. Oh, he has a scandal. Even the pastors that are preaching on the pulpit, they are not clean. We have heard so very many issues with pastors. We have heard so very many stories of pastors that are having all of these things with their church members, and they have been denying it. Nothing has been happening to them because perhaps they are connecting to one power or the other. Those ones have the heart to shoulder shame, to shoulder issues like that, to shoulder things like that. But in the case of some people, they do not have the shoulder to bear a thing of shame, to bear maybe rumor, to bear scandals. And as a result of that, that was so very much heavy on the heart of this man. And you know, once you have a high blood pressure, if it's not properly treated, you're done for. So people should stop circulating false information, gathering together wrong pieces of information to feed the people with. It is so sad that this man died like that. This is a man that has contributed immensely to the gospel industry, entertainment industry, one way or the other. We have known this man for a very long time. And when this particular issue happened to him, we expected that a lot of people in the ministry, we even heard that most of his concerts were cancelled. In this church that he attends, most of the pastors were actually shading him off. Some of the places he's supposed to attend to minister, it was being cancelled because of that particular incident. All of these things can affect a person, can affect a man. Just like I said earlier, not everybody can bear a burden of shame. Even the pastors that are shading, that are chastising this particular person, that are doing all the cancelling these ministrations or cancelling these particular song activities, they themselves, they are not clean. If you check them up and down, they are not clean. They have one or two things hidden, but because it's not coming to light yet, they've not been found yet. It makes them look as if they are innocent. It makes them look as if they are holy of all holies. It is somebody's turn today. Tomorrow definitely is going to be your turn. That's what I believe in. So, people should stop circulating false information, carrying fake news, all in the name of trying to pull crowd to yourself. At the end of the day, people are going to find out that this is false, and that's the truth. Okay? So please, let the man rest. It's very important that you carry out the necessary checks on yourself on a regular basis. No matter how rich or how poor you are, try as much as possible to visit the hospital. Once in a very while, maybe once every 3 months, once every 4 months, if you are able to, at least do it. Twice a year is not too much for you to visit the hospital to have your BP checked. It's in connection with your heart. Once your heart stops, that's the end. There are no two ways about it. So try as much as possible to reduce stress, treat yourself well, look after yourself, eat very well, get yourself checked. It is important. A lot of people, just like I said, they have a very high BP, but they don't even know. Some of them do have a low one. They don't even know because they don't check. They don't check. We have a lot of rich people out there they don't even have the time to visit the hospital to check their BP. and yet they have a lot of issues around them, business here and there. Their container is on the sea, it's on the Red Sea. Their mansion is collapsing. A lot of issue around them, and all of these things have a negative impact on your heart. If you are the type that cannot handle stress, and you don't have your BP checked regularly. I'm sure if you check your BP on a regular basis, if it's too high, the doctor will tell you. If it's too low, they will tell you. And if it's too high, they will tell you exactly these are the things you need to do. If it's too low, these are the things you need to do. With this, you'll be on the safe side. At least you know you're secure to an extent. You know, if one doesn't die of accident, you don't die of food poisoning, you don't die of all other things, but at least the one that you know you have ability to curtail, try as much as possible to do it. Try as much as possible. If you're having so very many things that worries you, try to reduce all of these things. If you cannot, visit the hospital on a regular basis. Check your BP. If it's high, they will recommend what you need to take. Don't forget that this incident, this kind of things has happened. You know, just very in a short space of time, we have recorded numbers of people that have just died a sudden death, like the son of Pastor Adeboye, Adaize, and Pastor TB Joshua, and some other people like that have died just like that, either in their sleep or what have you. You know, it could have connections with the heart. I don't believe in all of these, how do I put it? People saying all sorts of things that is diabolical and all. No. Some things, and a lot of things not diabolical, but people trying to push it towards diabolism. No, check your health. It is really important. If you do that, it's going to really favor you a lot. Trust me. It's just for your own good. You know, try as much as possible to do. Just like I said, the family of late Sammy Okposo are yet to announce the burial arrangement. And as soon as that is done, we will definitely bring it to your notice. Subscribe to this channel to get latest updates and open all notifications. One thing is for you to subscribe. Another thing is for you to open your notifications. The essence of the notification is that you'll be notified each time an update or a new video is dropped. And until next time, when I'll be seeing you, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.